Hello and welcome to A View from the Cab. An article came up in my newsfeed, like they so often do. Why are British people so angry? Probably written by somebody that's part of the problem but doesn't actually understand why their infuriating behaviour gives people the needle. Let me just see if I can find it. I'm sure I kept the tab open. Let's have a look. It's actually entitled, "Don't Take It Out on Our Staff. How Did Britain Become So Angry?" Shop workers, GP surgeries and call centres have all reported an alarming rise in abusive behaviour directed towards them. Now, GP surgeries, when you eventually get through to your GP surgery, I mean, I've gone on about this before. A friend of mine, former co-worker, used to, she phoned her GP and it only got a reply on the 123rd attempt. And the good thing about mobile phones is you can see, it shows you, and I saw it with my own eyes 123 times. I don't know, the world just seems to be, I don't know, it just seems to be full of idiots. You get through to your GP surgery and you get that receptionist who's got no people skills, has got the people skills of, well, I don't really know really, the people skills of Fred West, Myra Hindley and Ian Brady all rolled into one. They think they're better than you. They think they're better than the doctors. They think they've got the right to demand your most intimate, private problems. You know, and that's if you can get through, of course. You know, and then when you ask for an appointment, well, is it an emergency? Well, yeah, kind of. My winkle's falling off. Well, yeah, no, I don't know. Don't really think there's... Well, we're short-staffed, see, because of the current situation, the March 2020 situation, which seems to be getting the blame for absolutely everything. You phone, you want a plumber. Well, no, I don't know. Oh, because of the March 2020 situation. Oh, I don't really know. And everybody's like so wishy-washy. And if you book a plumber, you know, and then they won't turn up and they blame the short staff, or they'll blame this, or they'll blame... Nobody wants to do any work. This is the problem. Since the March 2020 situation, and a lot of people paid to stay home and do nothing, people just... I don't know, nobody wants to do any work anymore. You know, they don't want to book appointments, they don't want to send people, contractors round, they don't want to, you know, nothing. I mean, if you phone, you know, you phone your local council, you're lucky if you get through, to start with. And then they're like, oh, you know, you go through the options, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for this, press 4 for that, and you go through. And what I have to do is hold my fingers and count on my fingers. So I'm like, right, option 3 sounded good, because it could be option 3, but it might be something else. So I'll hold my fingers, 3 fingers, right, okay. Oh, option 5 sounds good, so I'll have 5 on the other hand, 3 on this one. And then when you eventually get through, well, I don't know, and everybody's so, well, suppose, oh, maybe we could send somebody round, you know. Call centres. If you phone a call centre, and they go through the script. They're not humans. I know the people at the call centres are not to blame, because they're just doing their job, and they're only there for the money. But I don't know. Everybody just seems so bone idle now. Nobody ever wants to get anything done. My sister needed some sharps bins because she's diabetic and she has to do the injections, and the pen things that she has need to be disposed of in a certain way. So it turns out a local council had wanted, were in charge of these particular sharps bins for these particular diabetes pens, injection pens. So she phoned up and said, oh, I need a couple of sharps bins. Yeah, well, I don't know. And it took about 4 or 5 weeks, I think, at least 4 weeks. Then they brought the sharps bins round, but they didn't have lids on. She's just, oh, where's the lids? What's the point of having a sharps bin without a lid? So she's there to phone them back. Oh, didn't you get the sharps bins? Yes, I got the sharps bins. I didn't get any lids. Oh, you didn't get any lids? I suppose I better think about putting an email through. And eventually she got the lids, and you know, but it's just this situation of, I suppose, can't you just write a quick email just to say, send some lids round for these sharps bins? Everything just seems to be hard work. It's laborious trying to get anything done nowadays. You have to go through these gatekeepers, whether they be GP receptionists, or the person you speak to at the council, or the library, or the gas company, or whatever it is you're trying to do. You've got to go through these gatekeepers, and they're the ones that decide. They decide how your day's going to go. You know, and it's, I don't know. No, I just don't want to do any work. It's so infuriating. You know, I go to work. I'm expected to work, but other people, it's, oh well, the March 2020 situation is, oh, we're short-staffed. Everything is just so limp-wristed and wishy-washy now. Nobody ever takes decisive action. Nobody ever just gets on with it. You know, in this article, in October 21, a survey conducted for somebody found that half of those dealing regularly with the public had experienced abuse in the past 6 months, a 6% rise, and 27% had been physically assaulted. You can't excuse physical assault. You can see why people get frustrated and start to become abusive when you're running round and round in circles, and then you talk to somebody that's just like a wet lettuce. Do you know what I mean? You can see why. I can't excuse ever putting hands on somebody or physically attacking somebody, but you can see why people do become abusive, because it's just so infuriating, and it is very difficult to keep your cool when you're dealing with an utter moron that's probably being paid a lot of money to just sit there going, well, I could write an email. You know, I can see why people do get stressed out and then become abusive, because these people don't seem to help themselves. You know, they don't seem to help themselves. You know, you can, I don't know, maybe if you used to phone up and say, I need some sharps bins, and they go, yes, I'll do that, and you can hear them clacking away, write an email, send this person some diabetic sharp bins, do that now, bish bosh bash, and they say, right, I've done the email, it's done now, there you go. And then the people get the email and they go, oh, this person needs some sharps bins, right, let's get some sharps bins, let's run them round. You know, but people don't just want to, and then say, knock on your door, there's your sharps bins. You know, it's like, you know, people, I don't know, there's just people are just not dynamic enough anymore. We're going through this era where, and I've said this before, being stupid just seems to be a promotional value. You know, if you're as dopey as they come, chances are you're getting a promotion. And I don't understand why that works, but it just does. And you've always got to go with what works. People that are utterly unsuitable for their job, you know, will shine through for some reason. I don't really get it. But there we are. You've got to try and stay calm. It's never acceptable to put your hands on people. That's never good. Never do that. I can understand how you might be driven to just want to reach across somebody's counter and just grab them and just say, just wake up, you know. I can understand it, but I can't condone it. You can't put hands on people. You can complain, you can say what you like as long as you're polite. Never make it personal with the person. I mean, I've phoned people up before now, years ago, when I've had to complain about something. I've phoned up and the lady's answered the phone. I remember one instance, she answered the phone and she's, you know, whoever it was, the electricity company. I said, right, hello. She went, hello. I said, I've got to moan at somebody. Who do I moan at? And she said, oh, and moan at me, then I suppose that's right. I said, and I made a point, and I did actually say, it's only because you answered the phone. It's not you, but you answered the phone. And she said, yes, I know. So, right, so we get that out of the way. It's not her. She didn't turn my electricity supply off or whatever it was, or give me a power cut, or mess up my smart meter. It wasn't her. She didn't do it, but she answered the phone, so she's gonna get moaned at. She's gonna have to hear it. So you can say what you like, as long as you don't make it personal. You can't make it personal, and you can't swear. You can say whatever you like, as long as you remain polite and calm. Don't make it personal, because it's not them. They haven't messed things up for you. Do you know what I mean? They haven't turned off your internet. It's not them, you know. So, but you can just be polite, keep calm. I know it's frustrating dealing with these people, and I know I really get the urge. I understand the urge to just grab them and just give them a shake and say, just wake up. What's the matter with you? You know, I get it. But stay calm, stay polite, be assertive. Try not to be rude. I know it's difficult, but that's the way you've got to try to be, you know. But putting hands on people is definitely not acceptable. But there we are. Such is life in the modern age. So thank you very much for watching. Take it easy out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.